is our film series where we introduce you to filmmakers, location resources and some pretty amazing landscapes.
In this series we're going to focus on central Otago, beautiful part of New Zealand in the deep south. Sort of hallowed ground for filmmakers from all over the world. It's amazing.
Cinematographers love the place.
It's kind of unique because of its latitude in terms of where it lies.
So this episode we are talking about health and safety, which may not be the sexiest of topics, but actually something that's pretty important.
We're going to be talking with Woody and Wayne, two of the sort of pre-eminent safety guys, mountain and river safety guys in the South Island. They know the region extremely well and they've got some pretty cool things to say about what they do.
You get up in some of these places, you'd be very glad to have guys like Woody and Wayne on the side.
G'day, Jozsef. How are you? Good to see you.
What is it personally that draws you to this place?
Within a very short distance, there's so many different landscapes and I guess almost climates, because you know you've got the upper altitude of snow and mountains, and then on the top of the hill up here it's like a tundra landscape. Anywhere I look at it and think, geez, that could be in the desert somewhere.
Well, that's the thing, you know, from snow down into rolling green farmlands and right back round into rainforest, Milford Sound, you know, literally it's 2 hours drive away and you cover off all that different topographical stuff.
But those areas also come with inherent risks. So we take people out, put them in that dangerous environment, but make sure that it's a safe environment at the same time. We manage that reasonably successfully thus far.
Fingers crossed.
So in terms of what you do for a living down here in the region in Queenstown, what is it that you guys do?
We're safety and medics, so we do the medical cover and the sort of risk assessment of the job. We're here to protect the producer from being in the newspaper or on the internet. That's our role, is to prevent any untoward happenings on set to either crew or cast, to make sure that they have a successful shoot where they don't end up in court or dealing with someone's injury.
Look, it's probably really hard to choose, but if you had to pick one, what would your most memorable job be?
The production for MI6 came here and they said, well, Tom wants to fly in the canyons up here. Great, yeah, well, how many hours has he done? Oh, he's done about 85 hours in a helicopter. I said, well, he won't be flying down in the canyons. Who's going to tell him that? And they said, well, that's your job. I'm going to tell Tom Cruise not to fly down the canyons. Anyway, he got here and he flew with his trainer up the canyons, and he came back and he said, oh, there's a couple of cables that are really low over the river. I want you to take them out. And I said, oh, you won't be flying that low, will you? Yeah. So we took out the cables and sure enough, he flew the whole lot. He was quite a spectacular, determined actor who could do anything he put his mind to, and I think that was probably the most memorable part about it.
You tell me about with the helicopters. So there's Tom and his hero helicopter.
So Tom would be flying his helicopter. We'd have
Alfie would be.
Alfie was in the picture helicopter shooting him
with the shot over rig.
Another helicopter up here with the director and the DOP in it. Then there was us in a medevac helicopter above. And if we were filming over the water, we had another helicopter with divers in case Tom's helicopter went in the water. He had a little oxygen bottle that gave him 2 minutes. And our other one would come in with the divers, jump out and rescue him, is the theory. And if he crashed on land, you know, amongst the glaciers when we were flying out, we had the mountain rescue guys, you know, ourselves included, to go down. And just that massive scale was the most memorable part of it, yeah. You know, everyone was doing a really good job, from the camera technicians who were setting the cameras to the pilots who were taking us into the terrain and putting us in the right spot, and coming home every day, which is very important. Safely at the end.
I'm sure there would have been a wee bit of panic at some stage.
Oh, there was some panic here and there, but it wasn't a broken nail, that's for sure.
But hey, the good part about what we get up to is there's such a variety, You know, over the course of just even a couple of days worth of TVC, you know, we can be doing helicopter loads and unloads, net loading, we can be in the river, we can have traffic management, you know, out on the roads doing car commercials, we can be out in the mountains, out in the snow.
To be able to manage being, you know, a normal sort of on-set day to a rather dramatic cliff face somewhere else.
And you know, obviously when you do find yourself in those environments, you know, part of your job's facilitating extra personnel. So you know, your mountain guides, your rafting guides, and make sure you've got all the right people in the right place.
And this is an environment that comes with some risk.
reality of it is, if something does go wrong, then the net's cast pretty far and wide.
We just make sure it's run well, safe.
Have an incident down here, you know, detracts from that work.
That'd be the end of us.
Would be about as popular as goat shit and salad.
That's right, yeah.
All right, Jozsef, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Good as gold.
Yeah.
The thing we have to remember in our determination to get the shot and to capture the spectacle, that always comes with a degree of risk. You know, whether it's the rivers, the mountains, the lakes, the glaciers, the forests, all of these places need people that can get us in and out safely. Woody and Wayne, they're those guys.